What's going on, guys? King Strats here, back in the video on the channel. Today we took it to Outback Steakhouse. A couple of months ago, somebody told me, they're like, yo, Outback has a Bloomin' chicken sandwich. You might like it for the chicken wars. The chicken wars are actually over at this point. Chicken sandwich things have kind of gotten a little, what's the word? I guess a little played, but I just wanted to try it because I heard it was good, and here we are. I got a bunch of their new appetizers as well, so we're gonna try those, and of course, it is game day. You can see I'm wearing the same jersey Toretto. 2 days in a row because my Celtics are on. They're over here, so we do have a little watch along as we always do. The Celtics right now are up 18-13, 19-13. I just hit a free throw. And we got the chips because the chips have become my good luck charm. I am super excited for the playoffs and the finals, I should say, as well as these. So if we are digging the content, you want to see more of these videos, more watch. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. We're having a blast. I love you guys so much. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. You know the vibes, all of that cringy YouTube stuff, but let's get into it. Should I start with the appetizer or just get right into the chicken sandwich? I'm getting right into the J. Tatum's first. You gotta add the chips. Steph Curry has the ball. Steph Curry for three. Missed. Let's go. Get a chip. Flamin' hot barbecue. People ask if I eat these every day. No, it's just become a game day tradition because we are doing so well with them, and we are just going to hit a three-pointer, right, Jaylen Brown? Right, Jaylen Brown. Let's go. Flamin' hot barbecue, my second favorite chip ever. If they win the final, we're gonna get to number one. Let's go. All right, we're up 9. You know I gotta watch my game, man. We don't go to the finals too much. We got the Bloomin' chicken sandwich, which is just a breaded chicken sandwich. I don't get all that funny stuff on it because I just want the chicken. And it comes with some Bloomin' sauce, which is actually right over here. They didn't put it on there, which is actually kind of a W, because this way you get to try it and it's not soggy at first. So first bite, we're gonna do with the Bloomin' sauce. I'm not gonna do it without because that's what it comes with. So let's get this on here real quick and get this party started. You excuse me if I keep looking off to the side, but let's get the Bloomin' sauce on here. Let's see what we got. This is the first time I like their Bloomin' sauce. It kind of reminds me of Burger King Zesty sauce, which I really like it. It's my first time going to Outback and not getting a Bloomin' onion. I got the Bloomin' shrimp instead. We also got some other stuff. I wanted to try the wings. People say Outback's wings are W's, but here we go. Outback Steakhouse, Bloomin' chicken sandwich. Breading looks good. Bun is brioche, which is always a dub. Crispy. Oh no. Oh, we missed. Hold on now. Good all white meat. You can see that. Not a skimpy piece of meat at all, which is good. The brioche bun is very good. The Bloomin' sauce is very good. Toretto, can you go? Well, come on now. Let's start. Quarter mile at a time, bro. Come on. I think it's a very solid chicken sandwich. The only thing is, you get a sandwich from Outback, it's $12.99. It's your king with some fries, about $6 to $8. Same thing as the rest of them. So with that being said, I love the Bloomin' breading, which tastes the same as the Bloomin' onion on the chicken. It's a very good chicken sandwich, but for what you're paying for it, I cannot say this is better than a King or a Popeyes or a Chick-fil-A or a KFC. So it would be 5th. So I wouldn't necessarily say it was worth it. If I was giving this a rating out of 10, even though I'm comparing it to those, I'd probably give it like a solid 8. Still very good. The other ones are just better, especially bang for the buck and a little more to it. You know, you can see on this patty, stop knocking stuff over, fatty. You can see it's a lot thinner, a little more uniform of a patty, but nonetheless, if you happen to be at an Outback, I do think you'll enjoy it. But I wouldn't go out of my way and say, oh, you got to get this over any of the other ones, if that makes sense. You know what I want to make it better? We want to make it Jason Tatum. Yeah. Now it's a dub. We got a Jason Tatum Bloomin'. Listen, put the J Tatums on anything. go make it a whole W. That's at least my opinion. Let's get a little more of this Bloomin' sauce though. Yes. Honestly, the Bloomin' sauce might be one of my favorite things about the sandwich. It's got that horseradish, that same taste you get from the zesty sauce, but it is slightly better than zesty sauce. Probably. No, you didn't just rev the car. Bro, I swear, I'm gonna go out there in a second. Also, with the sides, what I did was I changed the regular fries that come with it to the Aussie Fries, which are their cheese fries that you can get as an appetizer. So it just adds cheese and bacon and ranch. Outback was one of the first restaurants that my family used to go to when I was younger. It's funny because this is the same Outback, actually. It's still there, and the wait used to be like 2.5 hours. And one of the things we always got were the Aussie Fries, so this is probably gonna be like a little nostalgia for me. I don't remember how good or bad they were, but as a kid, they were just wonderful. So let's try these Aussie Fries. It's not gonna be as good because they're not sitting at the table, which means the cheese isn't gonna be as melty and delicious. And I know that. I know I get point deductions from some people because I don't sit at the restaurant, but I'm not sitting there to watch the Celtics and recording a video. I'm doing this with y'all. Maybe we'll start going to restaurants later, but let's get the Aussie Fries. Gotta have the ranch. It comes with the ranch. This is not, you know, not cheating, I promise. Aussie Fries. They're still very good. They just remind me of the same exact thing that I used to get. Their fries are always good. They're nice and seasoned. They're obviously not going to be as crunchy considering they're covered in cheese and been sitting in this takeout. But the flavor on the fries is always on point. One of the standout things that they have on the menu, in my opinion. I remember used to have to fight with the other 3 or 4 people that were with me at the restaurant. I used to stab their hands with a fork like this because I didn't want them to get it before me. That's a fat tip. And the ranch is actually good ranch. Again, when it comes to places like this, Outback is in that same genre category as a Chili's, as an Applebee's, places like that. I would put it more towards the higher tier when it comes to those chain restaurants. I think we got an idea for another video. I think we got to rank the chain restaurants. Not fast food, but above. I haven't been to a lot of them recently, so I might have to go back to a few, but off the top of my head, I do think we can do it. You also get the bread that comes with it. People love this bread. Like, no bread is better than Texas Roadhouse's bread, in my opinion, but we still gonna try it out. It's still pretty warm, which is good. I'm just gonna go right in, man. I'm not trying to be pretty. We're just gonna take the whole loaf. This is my loaf. You're gonna get it in a little bit of that butter. Mid. It's okay. It's still warm, which is good. But there's something about them rolls at Texas Roadhouse that just hit different. These are decent. Cheesecake Factory too, by the way. You know, Cheesecake Factory. Not kind of mid. We can move right along. One of the things I saw that was interesting was that they had some new ribs that were called twisted ribs. I don't know what they were about, but they do look breaded. So I'm interested to see, are these breaded? I think these are, yeah, look. They have a breading to them. And they have a little bit of glaze. I didn't check the glaze because I want to be surprised with what I'm getting from the flavor. It's better than some of the other ribs I've had at places, I'll tell you that right now. The breading just gives it a different vibe. The barbecue sauce is super sweet, but it's good. I like the tenderness of the ribs because this is a point of contention for a lot of people. Some people enjoy their ribs fall off the bone. If you go to a competition, like an actual like pitmaster, ribmaster competition, they will actually deduct points and not accept it if you get ribs that fall off the bone. What they look for, and I'll show you right now, is that. You want a uniform bite where the rest of it doesn't come off with it, and you can actually see where you've been into it. With the breading, I just think it adds a nice little texture to it that I'm not used to, but find rather enjoyable. It gives the ribs a nice crunch, which is actually kind of a dub. Now, you pay $11.99 and you get 4 ribs. So, you already know what I'm going to say about that. I'm poverty. I'm from the trenches, so we don't really feel good about that. But, again, uniform bite. We like that. These are actually pretty damn good. Like, if I was going to Outback, this would be one of my appetizers for sure. I say that, but I haven't tried the rest of them. Good rib. Now, before you come for me, pause. Don't sit here and tell me, oh, so-and-so's barbecue joint is better. You're damn right it is. It better be. Unequivocally. In every facet. It better be better because it's better price. It better be better because it's better barbecue. But what I'm comparing these to is the Chili's, Applebee's type of stuff. And these ribs are better than both Chili's or Applebee's. Don't even come for me with those riblets either. I don't like the riblets. I do the ribs, but not the rib. The riblets are, nah, they're funny. I don't do the funny meat. No, the funny meat. Wait, this game right now is just like crazy. Like the pace that they're playing, you could tell both teams seem desperate to win game 2, which I really like. 24-19 Boston, 2 minutes left in the first quarter. So we're going to have a battle on our hands, just like I've been saying. And I think people might have gotten it twisted when I was talking about Golden State before. And look, if you're not a bandwagon fan, don't be offended by the stuff I said in the last video. If you just started rooting for Golden State in 2016 and you're like 25 years old, you hop on the bandwagon. But it's cool. I respect Golden State. I respect the culture, homegrown team, everything about it. Especially if you grew up a Golden State fan, because you went through some funny days. But respect to anybody who's a fan of these two teams. Whether you're a Celtics fan, whether you're a Golden State fan, be proud. Ooh, Steph Curry just missed a free throw. Wow, you don't see that too often. But this is a worthy opponent, and I like the little banter that we're having, so let's keep that going. Anyway, let's get to these last 3 appetizers. I wanted to try all 3 of these, never had any of them. People always talk about Outback wings. People, when you've been to Outback, you have the wings? I never had the wings. So we did get the wings, and I did ask for all drums. So I have all drums, because I am team drums. But here we go. They look nice. They're breaded, which for me is kind of a deduction. I'm not the biggest fan of breaded, if you're calling them wings, but I ordered the hot, and I didn't surprised to find that there's no sauce. It was just a dry rub, which is weird. But let's try them out anyway. Steph just hit a 3. The seasoning on them is pretty good. It's kind of like a... It's not... I think they gave me the wrong order, to be honest. I don't think these are hot. I think these are just a dry rub, because that's what it tastes like. They're not hot at all. There's no spice to them, but... Tatum for 3. Nonetheless, if these are their regular wings, like, hey, I'm going 3 for 3. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. What the hell was that? Oh, so they got to do in the t-shirt? Oh, nah. That's passion right there. That's a little crunchy bit right there. These are actually, like, really not bad. At all. I like the seasoning. Again, it's like a peppery, dry rub. I'm getting a little hint, almost like better. Honestly, if these are supposed to be, I would eat these before like the Cajun wings at Wingstop. Not lemon pepper. But for a breaded wing, I like it. Very good. Let's do a bite with the ranch. What the hell sauce is this? More Bloomin sauce. All right. I guess we can go on with both. Boston's up 1. Let's get in the lower ranch. Let's go. Their ranch is definitely like a buttermilk ranch. You can taste the buttermilk in this. I don't even want to talk about it. Wings from end of the first quarter. Warriors are up 1. They went on the Steph Curry run. on a scale from the, again, I'm going from the chains. I'm not going just any wing because I don't think that's fair. So you got to keep it on that. On that scale, I'd probably give it a 7. If I was giving it on any scale, it would just be a 5. They're mid. They're definitely a respectable wings. Maybe a 6. 6 is more fair. I would give these a 6. But if you're just going to like a chain type of place, these are very good. This one looks like a W. Look at this. I like that little bite right here. You see that? Oh, on now. 6.5. I like this little seasoning. I really do. Wingstop need to take this instead of the Cajun. That's good. That one was good. Oh, lip smacker. Alright. Next up on the new appetizer list, what we have over here on the right, we have Bloomin' Shrimp. If you're familiar with the Bloomin' Onion, it's one of my favorite chain restaurant appetizers. The Bloomin' Shrimp supposedly is breaded with the same exact breading, and they just use shrimp instead. So that is what you're left with. There's a piece of Bloomin' Shrimp. Now, they usually drizzle the Bloomin' sauce right over it when you get it from the restaurant, which I saw. So I'm going to dip it first bite. No, we're not going to do that. Screw that. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. The Bloomin' breading is very distinct. You can taste it right away. A little salty, to be honest. But let's try it with the Bloomin' sauce. It's like BK's zesty sauce, makes anything better. Overall, I'd probably still get the Bloomin' Onion if I'm being honest. It tastes a lot more salty on there for some reason. And the main thing I'm getting is salt. There is that other seasoning, but I feel like the salt was just really overpowering it. So maybe it just works better on the onion as I continue to eat them because I'm fatty. If you want to try them once, try them once. If you're a fan of the Bloomin' Onion, I think you'll still like them. I still think the Bloomin' Onion is absolutely good. No reason to mess with it, but still respectable. I'd probably give it like a 5.5. Decent. Right in that mid category. Last, people always said their mac and cheese was good, which I was going to get. But then I saw that they took the mac and cheese and made Steakhouse mac and cheese bites, which is what these are. So there's bacon, mac and cheese inside of these right here. Let's go for that first bite. Good breading. Getting a little bacon pieces. Mac and cheese is kind of creamy. That's pretty good. It's funny because I think that these would have done better if they would have used the Bloomin' seasoning on this one. But nonetheless, it came with the ranch. Let's dip it in the ranch. You don't see it? Mac and cheese is decent. The problem is my comparison will be the Cheesecake Factory. And those dookie all over these. Dookie. Booty white. Draymond Green. Ooh, get that out of here. Let's go. Oh, we running today. Wait, you hurt? Did somebody get hurt? Oh, my man with the hairline. What happened? I'm sorry. Look, we got an injury on the play. My man White, you know, dude, that sucks with a funny headband. Look, we got a little injury. Just got some of the Bloomin' sauce right here. It's a good mac and cheese. It's not a great mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, I'm a harsh critic of. I feel like a lot of people really like these. It's a good mac and cheese. It's alright. It's alright. You get yourself a solid 7. I would definitely eat them again. The breading, the bacon are the standouts. The mac and cheese could use like some seasoning. Something. A little garlic powder, something. A little something. But I really do like those crunchy bacon pieces going on in there. And it has nothing to do with the fact that these aren't fresh out of the kitchen. They're about 20 minutes old. I brought Cheesecake Factory home and gotten their mac and cheese bites, and they're a lot creamier still. So. Yeah. What just happened? Overall, the chicken sandwich is decent. The sides are decent. I think you know what you're getting with places like this. I find it enjoyable, but I'm still more of a mom and pop guy, and I've been doing that a lot more often. So this is kind of just has a feeling of stuff that's kind of like, it's good, but it's not going to hold a candle to all those mom and pops. But if you're looking for a chain restaurant, I think I have to do a ranking. I think Outback is more towards the higher tier. Wouldn't put it in the S tier, but like maybe a B tier off the top of my head. What this is still going? Are they trying to say it was a flagrant or a goaltending? What's the problem? He tried to step over him. What's the problem? What are we doing here? Oh, he's saying he tripped him. Oh, they teed him up. All right, let me get you play-by-play. You already know this because you're watching it the next day. Celtics, their backup guard, my man White. They got him from the Spurs in the middle of the season. Been a great addition. He's been hitting threes. People think that one game he had was supposedly like, oh, well, you know, he had the hot shooting night. You didn't watch the series before that because you did it to the Heat too. Anyway, I think it was Looney. I can't tell. Went up for a layup. He blocked it. And after he blocked the ball, they both kind of fell to the ground. And when White tried to jump over him, I couldn't tell. They're saying that my man on the Warriors, I can't tell who it is from here. It looks like Looney, but it might not be. Was on the floor, and then he tried to trip him. So I think they teed him up for it. But you know, Derek White has been a great addition for the C's. All right, we're gonna watch this along too. Y'all got everything, right? We need Tatum to get hot. Jaylen Brown? No, it's not what we want. We're about 2 minutes into the second quarter and nobody scored. This is gonna be a battle, man. Still didn't score. Missed a layup. I kind of like this finals. Obviously, I'm gonna like it because I'm a Celtics fan. We can talk a little basketball for a little bit because I feel like these two teams and the fans, there's like a mutual, like, for the most part, like a respect. Like, I haven't had many Warriors fans hop on anything like, you know, we're going to beat you guys easy and vice versa. I haven't seen many Celtics fans doing the same thing. I think we both, as fan bases, know that we're in for a battle. Like, these are two really, really good teams. In my opinion, right now, the two best teams in the NBA. Man, nobody can score. And it's showing, you know. You got one of the best scoring teams and a really good defensive team in the Warriors. Nobody can score. And then you got the Celtics, statistically the best team, who can also put up points. So, Tatum for three. Let's go. So, you got the star power, Jason Tatum, first team All-NBA this year. So of course, you got Steph Curry, Clay, Draymond, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year. Draymond Green, arguably one of the best defensive players in the NBA. I know he's a little mad. Damn. Okay, Celtics. For three. No, to the cup. Damn, nobody can score, bro. This is what they call a foul. W. You know, Draymond Green, who made second team all defense, I believe. He thinks he should have got first. But he didn't play a lot this year. Wasn't he hurt for a lot of the season? So, still one of the better defensive players in the NBA. The best is Marcus Smart, because he's a defensive player of the year. I don't care what anybody say. But it just seems like a very, like, evenly matched, two really good teams, exciting series. Tatum? No chips. So, it's just been very enjoyable. It's been a long time. It's been, for me, 10 years since I got to watch my team in the finals. So I'm just trying to enjoy this, man. Hopefully we get the dub. I picked the Celtics, of course. If we don't, there's no shame in losing to a team that wins almost every year. And don't count that 1 year that y'all didn't have nobody, okay? Stop. This game is out of control right now. It just looks like people are running and losing the ball everywhere. It looks like there's 5 Jalen Browns on both teams. To the cup, let's go. Let's go. I feel good about the series, but you already know the Warriors type team that can go off at any minute. So you already know that. Like, I don't care if we're up 30. Like, it ain't gonna matter. But it's a must. To me, this is a must-win game. Hey, it's good basketball. Sloppy, but like the passion. I think it's a must-win game for the Warriors. You don't want to go back to Boston having to take both of those games, but we shall find out. Everybody in my last video got super. Most of you understood what I was saying. Some of y'all got kind of defensive. They go, Jaylen Brown losing the damn ball again. What the hell was that? He's so good, but he be doing some sus stuff. Most of y'all understood what I was talking about. You know, when you're a really good team, a dynasty type of team, Warriors in the 2010s, you know, every year you knew they were going to be up in the finals. You're going to get a lot of bandwagon fans. That doesn't mean that you are a bandwagon fan, but you have to be honest with yourself. If you are the type of person that is from a place where your team is kind of, you know, basura, trash, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I like, you know, I root for the Trailblazers, but, you know, the Warriors are my second team. That's some bandwagon material, bro. Like, you gotta be real about that. I understand. Nobody wants to watch a team that can't win. But what I was saying was, as a fan, the pain of a fan, of man, my team is so bad. When they actually do get good, if they do, Detroit Lions, I'm sorry. When's the last time the Lions were good, bro? But it just makes it better. Like, as a Giants fan, right? The Giants are probably my biggest, because somehow we've been good, like, in my entire life, like maybe 3 years, and we won Super Bowls in 2 of them. Like, other than that, we've been, like, super trash. Like, the 90s, the Giants were a bag of trash. In the 2000s, we went to the Super Bowl, we played Ravens, and the Ravens had, the 2000 Ravens is literally, in my opinion, I know people say the 85 Bears. I wasn't alive, I don't know. But the 2000 Ravens are the best defense that I've ever seen. Like, people don't realize how ridiculous that defense was. They were stacked. We couldn't move the ball. We didn't even expect to be there. Because that year, we played the Minnesota Vikings in the NFC Championship. And I remember this. Everybody in this area, because, you know, we're all Giants fans except for Jets fans. Jets fans, their identity is to hate the Giants. Because, like, I don't know. Y'all got, like, funny stuff. It's like the Mets. Mets hate the Yankees. I get it. So, we played the Vikings in 2000. And the 2000 Vikings were loaded, too. I don't know how old some of y'all are, but it had this man named Randall Cunningham. Okay? And Randall Cunningham, yeah, for 3. Let's go. Who's that man? White? See, White, bro. I'm telling you, he hits threes, bro. Y'all don't know. Anyway, they had Randall Cunningham, they had Randy Moss, and they had Chris Carter. Okay? So they were putting up points all year. Randall Cunningham was towards the tail end of his career, but he is still like a great quarterback. Now, I didn't get to see him until like that time, but this was like his last routine, and they were just blowing teams out. And Randy Moss is like most exciting receiver I've ever watched play the game. I know Calvin Johnson, honorable mention to some of those boys, but Moss literally invented the term Moss. So everybody expected the Giants to get blown out. And the Giants beat him 41-0. And we was like, yo, we might win this thing. And we went to the Super Bowl and played the Ravens, and it was over. Just no shot. So that was the pain my whole life. We finally got there, and we got smoked. And then we drafted Eli, and it was kind of like mid. But then that one year in 2007, we caught lightning in a bottle, right? And it was the exact opposite this time. So we get to the Super Bowl, Patriots, 18-0, ain't lost a game. They have Randy Moss. Randy Moss is playing with Tom Brady, who's still playing, right? They hadn't lost a game all year, and we get to the Super Bowl, right? And again, I've been rooting for trash Giants teams my whole life. So we get to the Super Bowl, and we're playing these 18-0, wanting to be 18-0 Patriots. And everybody like, man, let's just like have a good showing, bro. That was like, we were just like, let's just see what we can do. Let's just make it close. Let's not get the 21. And, you know, got the helmet catch. You know, the fade route to Burris. I remember Ellis Hobbs was the cornerback. He went to Iowa State. I don't like them because, you know, I went to them school. But he, like misread the play, and Burris was wide open. We scored that touchdown. And I was like, yo, we're going to win this game. And, like, the pain just goes away. You know, and anybody who's been through, like, a pain fan base, again, 86 and 90 Giants, like, I don't know nothing about. So for me, like, my whole life was pain. So anybody who's been through that pain and you finally get that, like, the ring, the dub, like, it just makes it so good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just makes it feel good. Only in your chest. And we finally got it. And that was good. I could die happy. Then we got another one. And in between we were trash. And then after that we were trash. And we're still trash. But we got them. And that's the pain. You got to go through that pain, right? So some of these pain fan bases, I respect if you root for a team where it's pain. You know? Like the Cubs, that was pain. Then they finally got one. I know if you were a Cubs fan out there, you was happy. So my Bears fans, I know there's some of y'all watching. Endure. Y'all get there eventually. Again. Y'all got there on 06. You ran into Peyton Manning. You had Rex Grossman. Just be happy you was there. Right? You had Devin Hester. W. You gotta be happy though. So that's what I was saying. Pick your team. If you're a Warriors fan and you rock with the Warriors then. Because they're not gonna be good forever. Steph Curry and them boys ain't gonna be there forever. It don't work that way. So you gotta understand that. As a Celtics fan, right? We finally got the Big Three era. So we had KG, you know, we had Pierce, we had Allen, we had Rondo, some of the other role players, my man Eddie House, right? PJ Walker, and some guys. So, big baby. And we had that little run. We only got one ring out of it. And then after that, it was pain. And now we back. So that's why I'm Jason Tatum chicken. You feel me? You gotta go through the pain, bro. Don't just be people that go with the winning team. That's not cool. That's not Toretto. I don't know what that is. It sounds like a Harley. But that's all I was saying. I just wanted to clarify that. You know, I like talking sports too. Then we got the finals out. Wow, he just... What is this? I love the finals, bro. So, anyway. Where we at in a half? Where we at? Yeah, I hate when they do this. Show the overlay, please. Bro, Steph Curry is like a cheat code. He can shoot from anywhere. Steph Curry changed the game of basketball, bro. Some people don't like it. You know, some people say all they do is shoot threes. If you could shoot like Steph Curry, you'd be doing it too. Oh my God. Bro, this guy is a cheat code. He just tied the game up himself. He had like 3 threes and it is what it is. But it was the first time that you ever watched basketball. Especially people with like the older people. So if you were an adult in the 90s, which I wasn't, but I was a kid. But I grew up watching those kind of things. Everything was played in the paint, mid-range games. And then you had like a couple of white guys in every team, like Steve Kerr, who was their coach. John Paxson, Mark Price. Those kind of guys just like stood out there and he would shoot threes. But nobody else was like a 3-point shooter like that. There were no 3-and-D guys like there are now. So the game was different. And now you see like everybody shoots threes. You could be 7 foot tall, you shooting threes, you know? And it changed the game so that now like it's like a positionless, what are you doing? Jalen Brown. Anyway, a lot of people don't like that about Steph. I do. I love Steph Curry. I don't like the fact that he's, there you go again. Oh, we blocked that one. No, we got a D up now. Is that Andre Iguodala? Nah, man. Yo, Iguodala's like 37, bro. That's crazy. But I enjoy it. It is crazy to watch these dudes on fast breaks pull up at the 3-point line because you would never see that before this era. But I think it's exciting. You know, Steph Curry, like I said, is just a player like you've never seen. You've never seen somebody with just range like that. And now there's a bunch of those types of players in the NBA. But I wonder what the next thing's going to be at this point. Anyway, I can't watch this. I'm about to lose my mind. Back and forth. Well, I don't have a feeling this game is going to go just like game 1. But I don't know if the Celtics are going to come back this time. One more pass for 3. Come on, Jalen Brown. Oh my God, we're missing 3s. Okay. This is how we do it. I don't like this. Steph Curry about to start doing his behind the back, through the legs, step back, hezzy, crazy jump shot. Let Draymond shoot. There you go. Andrew Wiggins too, huh? Why do the Warriors always have one dude who was like kind of a bust? And then they end up on the Warriors and they like the 6-man and they ball out. Yeah, Sean Livingston. They always got them guys, right? They did get Iguodala though. And Iguodala, people who don't know, when he was on the Sixers, he was really good. He just played on some bad teams. But Iggy was good. You know, he got on the Warriors and kind of embraced his role. But like Sean Livingston, he was like at the tail end of his career, like, and he just got out there, and he was like the 3rd or 4th pick in the draft. This was way back though. I think this was like 2005 or 6 or 3, somewhere around there. And he got hurt a lot. He had knee problems, but then he came back and as a 6-man and was balling for the Warriors. They always get in. Wiggins is that too. But we got a commercial, and I've been running my mouth too much. I gotta go sit and watch this game with my J Tatum shits. We gotta get this stuff. Anyway, I hope everybody enjoys the finals. I hope you enjoy the video. We'll be back though tomorrow. More content. I love y'all. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.